Hello guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to implement the Google reCAPTcha on your website to stop bots from messing up your site. So just type in your URL in the Google search bar, just type in Google reCAPTcha and you click on the link. You go to admin console. Okay, I already registered, that's why I see this, but I can create a new one. Let's say CAPTCHA test. I select version 3 here, and the domains I add localhost, and I accept, and I submit. When I submit, it's going to bring me to a page where I'll have access to my secret key and public key. So it's telling me that the CAPTCHA test has been registered. Use this key in HTML code. Just blah blah blah. Okay, so I just copy it. And I copy my secret key also. I'll show you how you use it very soon. So I go to the client-side integration and I copy this also and I paste it here. Alright, so this is my HTML page. I'm using codeIgniter and this is the view. So I have here, this is the form action. The action is going to capture and it's going to this method validate. So this is the label, this is the input with the name of username, an email and a password, and I have here a hidden input with an ID of token and a name of token. Now I'll integrate my code within the script. So it is asking me for my reCAPTCHA site key, so this is going to be my public key. So copy my public key, I paste it in here and paste it in here, and then I write a function to get the token within this hidden input. So document dot get element by ID. The ID is token, value of token. Okay, let me save it. I think we are done here. So now let's go to my controller. So there's a class captcha, extend CI controller, there's a parent constructor, and there's the view. I've loaded the view here. So now I'm going to write a validate function. When you go to the view, you can see that my action is sending it to controller with the name of captcha and a method of validate. So this is the name of the controller, captcha, class captcha, then there's the method. So in here I will need a public key. I'll need my private key or my secret key. Let's call it private key. and a URL. Okay, with a private key, let me copy and paste it here. The URL, I'll find it on their site. So that's the API. Yes, site verify response. Okay, this is the API request. This is the URL. I'll copy it. Then I'll paste it in here. Okay. Now I'll have to get the data from this view, from this input elements. That's the username, the email, and the password, into an array. So info sorry. So the username, the email, those are the name of the input fields in my view or HTML frontend. Username, email, password, and then I also have one by the name of token. Okay, sorry. I'm going to use a function file a PHP method file get content. Okay, going to take the URL, secret is equal to that's a secret key. The response is equal to response is equal to response key. Okay, so I have here the URL, the private key, and my response. Okay, now the response is normally in JSON data, so I'll have to JSON decode to convert it back into an array. So response, this will convert the data back into an array. Okay, so now that I have this, let's echo it out. Let's test and echo it out and see what's happening. Print R response. Okay, so I think we are almost through. Let's go to our browser and let's load. Let me see, localhost, the controller, captcha. Okay, let's input in something. Let's say username is Derek, email zlox@gmail.com, password 1234, and I submit. Okay, so this is the array. It's giving me a success, localhost, and a score 0.9. That's pretty high, meaning it's not a robot. Normally when a score is 0.5 going, that means you are pretty much sure and certain that it is a human intervention and not a robot. Okay, now let me show you how the variable will look like if without JSON encode. So let's just resend it. Derek Zlox 1234. So the data will return a JSON format. Okay, this is shown by the curly bracket, but we want an array, so we'll just use the JSON decode to change it back into an array. Right, so now let's do something with the output. Let's take the response, say if the score is 0.9, if the score is successful, and if the reply is successful and the score is 0.9, then we can pass it through. So let's write an if statement. If the response success is equal to true and response score is greater than 0.5, then echo user is not a but you can validate. All right, so let's go back. Okay, you can see the reCaptcha icon here, protected by reCaptcha. The old versions, you would have to select and click, and you see some puzzles for you to solve before you can validate. But with this one, the algorithms have been written in such a way that you don't have to click. It's hidden, and it detects, it works on your pages and detects which ones are bots and which are not. So this one is more user friendly compared to the other ones. So let's try logging in again, Derek, using Zlox. Okay, so it's now an array and it is validated. User is not a bot, he can validate. So that is it. That is how to implement the reCaptcha on your website. Now, if you like the video, please subscribe and hit the like button. Thank you.